Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. In the last episode, I showed you guys how to get the sprint shoes, which is auto haste. I showed you guys how to get the sprint shoes in two different ways, through the Tetratic Crown or the Tetratic Terra. So if you guys are wondering how to get auto haste, which is very helpful, you can check back on the last episode to figure that out. And we got 3 sets of sprint shoes, all for our main battle team. So now we got auto haste for all of our main party members. Alright, so on this upgrade, or on this video, I'm going to show you guys how to upgrade the Axis Blade for lightning. Now, it's very difficult to decide which weapon to upgrade for lightning. And it's very easy to figure out which weapon to upgrade for Fang and Vanille. But for lightning, it all depends on what you want to do. There's a weapon for upgrading if you want raw strength and attack power. There's a weapon to upgrade if you want magic or magic attack power. And there's also a weapon that you can upgrade for healing if you wanted lightning as a medic. Now, the weapon of my choice, and personally I think this is the best weapon to upgrade, is the Axis Blade. And if you want to know why, the Axis Blade stats are fairly low, and when you upgrade them, they don't really increase that much. So it's not really about the strength or the magic. I mean, they do increase a little bit, but not as much as other weapons. So you may be wondering, why do you want to increase the Axis Blade then? Well, it's because of the passive ability. As you can see, when going to equip the Axis Blade, it has a passive ability of attack ATB charge. And it also increases the ATB rate up to 10%. So what this means is that each time you attack, the ATB rate will slowly fill itself up. So if you have an ATB gauge of 5 and you attack with all 5 attacks, the ATB gauge will be increased by 2 segments. So you can automatically do 2 more attacks after you finish a string of attacks. Also, the ATB rate plus 10%, which you can see at the bottom right, means that the ATB's recharge rate is generally faster by 10%. So this is really useful for lightning, because lightning's already fast. So if you upgrade the Axis Blade, it'll allow lightning to be even faster, and her ATB rate will charge. Now, where the Axis Blade really shines is when you have lightning as a commando. If you have lightning as a commando and you use the Blitz ability twice, and say you have like 6 enemies that you blitz and you hit 6 enemies, that's where the Axis Blade really shines, because each time you hit an enemy, the ATB rate will recharge. So if you use Blitz and you hit 6 enemies at one time, you're going to get like 3 ATB gauge segments recharged automatically. So if you use 2 Blitz and you hit 6 enemies twice, the whole entire gauge is pretty much going to be restored. So you can immediately do it again, and you can just keep doing it back to back to back. You don't have to wait for the ATB gauge to charge. It's already charged. And if you have that with haste and an accessory called Aurora Scarf, you're pretty much attacking non-stop with lightning. And that's why I like the Axis Blade. So enough about why to upgrade the Axis Blade. Let's go ahead and do it. So first of all, you're going to want to have at least 45,000 in order to upgrade the Axis Blade. So before we go to do that, go to the save point and go to a shop, and go to the Creature Comfort shop. Now go to the Sturdy Bones and get about 99 Sturdy Bones. Once you have 99 Sturdy Bones, go ahead and back out and go down to the R&D depot. Here you'll see particle accelerators, and they're worth 10,000 gil. You can buy one for 10,000 gil. So we're going to need 4. So go ahead and buy 4 particle accelerators. Now once you got that, now let's talk about upgrading it. So go to the save point and go to upgrade, and then choose weapons, and let's find the Axis Blade. Now you don't have to upgrade the Axis Blade. You can upgrade whichever weapon you want, whichever one you think is the best. But for those of you who want to upgrade the Axis Blade, I'll tell you exactly how to upgrade it very quickly. Alright, so first of all, choose the Axis Blade to upgrade. Now we're going to go down to our Sturdy Bones and choose 36 Sturdy Bones. Now you may be thinking, why 36? It only gives 504 experience, and that's nothing. We need 1200 just for the first level. Well, it's very simple. You use the Sturdy Bones, and you can use other low-grade components like this to build up the experience multiplier. The experience multiplier can go from times 1 to times 1.5 to times 2 to times 2.5, and finally its maximum times 3. So if you have a times 3 experience upgrade, that means that any component that you put on it, its normal experience will be tripled. Alright, so we're going to use 36 Sturdy Bones. Now as you can see, it didn't really change much except for the multiplier. The experience bonus is now times 3. The Axis Blade is still level 1. Future upgrades will receive a 200% experience bonus. Alright, so now you can see at the bottom left, underneath the experience, it says bonus times 3. This means that any component that you choose to put on it right now is going to have triple the amount of experience. Now, it's very wise to use all your components, your best components at once, because once you use one component, it's going to drop that multiplier. So you're going to want to put as many components on at one time as possible. That's why I advise to get 4 particle accelerators. So as you can see, 1 particle accelerator is worth 16,800 experience. And that's triple the amount a particle accelerator would normally give. Normally it would only give about 5,500 experience, but since we have that times 3 multiplier, we're now getting triple the amount of experience. That's why the Sturdy Bones were very useful to start off with. And you can use Sturdy Bones for any weapon or accessory. Just remember, the lucky number to give you a times 3 multiplier is 36. Anything less will only give you a 2.5. or even a 2, depending on how much Sturdy Bones you use. If you want the maximum multiplier of times 3, the minimum amount of Sturdy Bones you need to use is 36. Alright, so now that we got the times 3 multiplier, go over to your particle accelerators and choose to dump all 4 onto the Axis Blade. Now the Axis Blade's at level 1, and in order to reach its max level and to get it to its star, you're going to need at least 67,000 experience. So this is perfect because we get 67,200 experience. So go ahead and choose to dump all 4 particle accelerators onto the Axis Blade at one time. This will add 67,200 experience points. It'll say Axis Blade level 1, upgrade this item. Choose yes. So as you can see, the level has been improved. The Axis Blade level 1, strength plus 8, magic plus 8, attack ATB charge, turns into the Axis Blade star. Strength plus 48, magic plus 48, attack ATB charge. So as you can see, the strength has increased by 40, the magic has increased by 40, and the ATB charge hasn't changed. So now that the Axis Blade is maxed out, you won't be able to upgrade it any further without the right upgrade crystal. Alright, so now let's talk about the upgrade crystal. If you go to shop and go to the mother load, you can buy, or no, you're gonna want to go to R&D depot. Here you can buy 3 very expensive upgrade crystals. The least expensive one is the adamantite, and then you have the dark matter for 84,000 gil, 840,000 gil. Finally, you have the trapzohydrin for 2 million gil. Now, the only thing that's going to upgrade the Axis Blade and transform it into the Inkindler, which is its stage 2 form, is an adamantite. So we need $220,000 before we can purchase this. Now there's a note that I should tell you guys: you cannot find an adamantite anywhere in Final Fantasy XIII. The only way to get one is to buy one. So you may be thinking, man, we gotta stay here and get 220,000 gil just to transform the Axis Blade. Well, that's why I wanted to tell you guys that we're gonna wait to transform it. So Lightning, her weapon is gonna be transformed last. Instead of grinding and getting 220,000 gil and then upgrading it now, we can simply wait till we advance the main story a little bit. Once we advance the main story a little bit, we'll get plenty of gil, and then we can purchase this adamantite and upgrade the Axis Blade. So for now, don't worry about upgrading it any further. So you may be wondering, well, why did you want me to do this? Well, it's very simple. Now you can equip the Axis Blade and Lightning stats will go up, so they won't go down. It's stronger than the Gladius now. And the good thing about it is we can use its passive abilities, which is attack, ATB charge. And the most important thing is the ATB rate will now increase to 10%. So if you want to get Lightning decked out as early as possible, this is probably the best bet without having to sit here and grind for a very long time to get enough gil to upgrade it. Now when you do eventually transform the Axis Blade into the Inkindler, it'll have ATB charge 2, meaning that the ATB charge will be double and the effect will be double. Also, the ATB rate will increase to 15%. So we're gonna wait to do that, but for now I just wanted to show you guys, because if you're wondering which weapon to upgrade for Lightning, I know you guys have been waiting for the whole game. Well, now's the perfect time to do it. It only costs $45,000 in order to get the correct components from the shop and upgrade the Axis Blade to its star level. Now don't worry about transforming it right now, because it's really not worth it. Sitting here and grinding for 220,000 gil would take well over an hour or two. So we can just wait, and then we'll be able to get it a lot quicker by progressing the main story. So for now, you can go ahead and equip the Axis Blade, because it's Lightning's strongest weapon that we have now, and it's got that ATB charge and the ATB rate plus 10%. So this is really going to help you out with the future battles. Now you may not think it's doing much, but trust me, that ATB charge is well worth it. So that's going to conclude this episode, guys. I just wanted to show you guys how to upgrade the Axis Blade very easily and explain what it does. Now I will let you guys know as soon as we can, we're going to transform that, but we're not going to do it right now. We're going to wait so that whenever we do get the correct amount of gil and buy the adamantite crystal, which is needed to upgrade it, we can do so. If you guys want, you can sit here and grind in order to get the adamantite crystal and upgrade it now. It will definitely help you out a whole lot more getting it now than later. But honestly, if you want my opinion, is it worth it? No, not really, because we're going to be able to get it a whole lot quicker if we just advance the main story. So instead of doing it now, we can work on upgrading Fang's weapon, which will be the Pandorian Spear. So we're going to sit here and we're going to grind a little bit more so that we can get enough gil to upgrade Fang's Pandorian Spear to star level. And then in order to transform Fang's Pandorian Spear to the star level, you're going to need this. Go to the mother load. You're going to need the Scarletite, which costs $100,000. So you're like, alright, are we going to grind here and get $100,000 and buy this? Well, the answer is no, we're not. Now you could, and it really wouldn't take that long, but very close by is a treasure ball that we can open up that has a Scarletite in it. So I'll show you the exact location, but for now we're going to have to do Sea Stone missions so that we can ride chocobos. Once you get a chocobo, you can find the treasure ball that has the Scarletite in it, and you can get it for free. So for now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be saving up enough gil so that we can upgrade the Pandorian spear to its star level. And then we're going to keep getting gil, but we're not going to purchase the Scarletite. Instead, we're going to keep saving up gil so that whenever we find the Scarletite and transform Fang's weapon, we can spend our gil on upgrading her new weapon that's been transformed to star level, if that makes any sense. So it's better to show you guys than to tell you guys. For now, save up all your gil, and whenever we get to the next episode, I'll show you guys how to upgrade Fang's weapon to the star level. And we're going to need a total of 180,000 gil. And that's without the cost of the Scarletite. So if you want to purchase the Scarletite, which I would not recommend because we're going to get it for free out of a treasure ball, then you're going to need 280,000 gil. So for now, if you want to rely on me, I'll show you guys exactly what to do. And we're going to need 180,000 gil. So I'll come back to you guys. I'll come back and start up the next episode once I get 180,000 gil, and we'll upgrade Fang's weapon to its max level of stage 1. Then we're going to do some sea stone missions so that we can get chocobos. Once we get chocobos, we're going to find the treasure ball that has the Scarletite crystal in it. Then we're going to use the Scarletite that we find in the treasure ball to transform Fang's weapon once it's fully upgraded. Once it's transformed into its new form, we're going to use the rest of our gil to increase its new form. So now you can get what I'm saying. Instead of spending our money on that crystal in order to transform it, we're going to get the crystal for free. So whenever it transforms, we can use our money to upgrade it to its max level of stage 2. Alright, but for now, enjoy your new Axis Blade. I know you guys are going to love it, especially when you see how fast Lightning's ATB gauge will recharge. And we're going to continue stacking up cash so that we can upgrade Fang's weapon, and then we can finally get out of here. So once you have upgraded your sprint shoes, and you have your sprint shoes for 3 characters, you have the Marlboro wand fully upgraded for Vanille, and you have the Axis Blade fully upgraded for Lightning, all you need to do is save 180,000 more gil, and we can finally progress on and stop grinding so that we can finish up the Sea Stone missions, finish upgrading Fang's weapon, and progress with the main story. So all of this grinding will definitely pay off. I know we spent well over 20 episodes just in this area, grinding and getting stronger and upgrading equipment and getting gil and doing sea stones, but it's all gonna pay off. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time on the next episode of Final Fantasy XIII once I have 180,000 gil. Then I'll show you guys how to upgrade Fang's weapon. See you guys next time.